terms of the types of businesses that you work with, do you tend to work with more service-oriented businesses or product-based businesses? And the reason why I ask that is, like, at Ample Media, we are a service-based business. Our product is the services that my people, my team, and myself are delivering. And so in that scenario, the people are the product, really, and we have to make sure that our employees are firing on all cylinders, that they are excited to be at work, excited to do the things that they're tasked to do. And so it's a really important piece of our success. And I'd imagine that would be the case with any other service-based business. So I'm just curious, do you find that you get more service-based business clients over product, or is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both. So I'm working with industries that produce something. They're in the manufacturing industry, from food to construction items, to service industries like government, for example, law enforcement, or in the financial industry, or the tech industry. Although you could say the tech industry, sometimes it's not a service necessarily, it's a product that they're offering, right? No, I've been working. It's so funny, when I started my business, when I launched it, somebody said to me, "So what industry are you working in?" And I said, "I don't know, do all industries have human beings working for them?" And he said, "Yes." And I'm like, "I guess I'm going to work in all industries." And I find that that's been the case. I work with small, medium to large, and complex. Like I said, in government, where they're predominantly providing services, to the manufacturing industry, where they're actually designing and developing a product. And both are critically important. And, I guess one can make the case that the manufacturing industry can be a bit more challenging to create engagement in, because especially if you're on the front line and you're an operator and you're working on a production line and you're doing the same thing day after day after day, and it's very mechanical, robotic, complacency can set in, accidents can happen. What is the motivation that you have as an employee to show up on that production line and do the same thing over and over again? So employee engagement and leadership capacity becomes super critical, because it's not necessarily the work that we do that engages us, although it is critical and it's important, but it's the relationships we have with people that motivate us to want to go to work every day and make us feel like we belong. Going back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if anybody remembers that from your humanities days or your sociology days, and your psych days, I guess, but belonging is really an important aspect. And I think we've seen that through the pandemic. People are, when I see people, challenging the safety restrictions that we have in place. And the way I interpret that is, people are truly longing to connect, and they're missing that connection. And Zoom team meetings can only do it for so long. It's that human bond that we want. So I think we need to create that in our organizations, whether you're service-based or you're creating a product.